What's going on, everybody? Today we got a great interview today. Joseph Donovan, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. I was looking at your Instagram page, crazy dunks, everything like that. Excited for this interview. But first off, tell everyone about your upbringing and how you were brought up.
So I'm originally was born in Florida and I was adopted by my parents. So I live in Pennsylvania. My mom's side of the family is very basketball oriented. She played Division I basketball at Penn State. My aunt's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. All the sisters played Division I basketball, and my mom was a coach. So from a very early age, I was always like enriched in that basketball sense because I was always at her practices and games and all that. And I also got to go to my aunt's like professional games because she was a WNBA coach. So I was always kind of around basketball, and I got a sense of early on of not just the game itself, but also the business side of it too. So I think that's something that gave me a little bit of a head start rather than everybody else from early on, just getting the experiences from a young age. Because my mom is really like, as much as she's my mom, she's like my coach as well. Anything like basketball wise I need or I talk to her, I go to her. She's not going to be one of those parents that baby you because she been in the place before. She's played at the highest level. So she knows what it takes. So as far as that goes, like my mom's like mentioned everything like basketball wise. So yeah.
Who was your biggest inspiration?
Yeah. So my aunt, my biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
Growing up, being able to see her just like coach at the highest level and win at the highest level. She won an Olympic gold medal as a player and a coach. She won the WNBA championship, and just being around her and getting to pick her mind like growing up, it's something invaluable I never forget. She and my mom are the reason that I play basketball, the reason I love it so much. So she's my inspiration for playing basketball. May she rest in peace, but she keeps me going every day, man.
Of course. With that being said, when would you say you fell in love with the game of basketball?
I'll probably have to say probably around the age of like 7 or 8. I always played basketball, but when I was 7 or 8, is when I got to go like more of my mom's like game stuff, she's coaching, be around my aunt, more of that type of stuff. So I always played and I liked it, but I think it was around like 7 or 8 where I realized, wow, this is like something I really want to do and continue with and see how far I can go with it. And it was something that I did, like, have a bad day, I'll just like go shoot some hoops, just like save things and whatnot. So
yeah. Obviously one big standout of your game is your athleticism. Obviously there is more to your game than dunking, but at the height you are, 5'10", you throw down some crazy dunks. Would you say you always have had that athleticism?
So I think I was blessed with like God-given athleticism, but I didn't start. Well, I wouldn't say that. I started dunking. I think my first dunk was at like 14 when I was like 5'7". But it happened because my trainer, I was training with him one day. He's like, look, you're kind of small. If you want to play at the next level, you're going to need to be able to like play above the rim, have something about you different that these small guards don't. So like around 14, I started doing workouts with my trainer and at-home workouts. And I would go like on YouTube and search up like Jordan and Jay Clark, the jumper, and like all these sort of guys dunking. I would like take something from each of the videos, and I ended up making a workout for myself out of that I did since freshman year high school, and ever since then my bounces just kept getting crazier. So
yeah. So you originally said that you were born and raised in Florida, and you now live in Pennsylvania. You obviously go to the University of Millersville. What basketball scene would you say is better overall, Florida or Pennsylvania?
So I was born in Florida. I was more raised in Pennsylvania, but I played some hoops in Florida because I went to Spire and we played IMG and a couple schools down in Florida. That's tough to say. Pennsylvania got a lot of hoopers. The Florida got a lot of good hoopers. And I don't want to start no wars, but say Pennsylvania because you got guys come out of Pennsylvania like Therese Walker and Jalen Duran and Kobe Bryant. Those big names. Not that Florida doesn't have good hoopers. Just like I'm a little biased being in Pennsylvania, so I think Pennsylvania got the better hoopers.
Yeah, I got you. You went to St. Thomas More. What would you say was your biggest lesson that you learned at St. Thomas More, playing wise, and then overall just life in general?
As far as St. Thomas More, legendary coach Jerry Quinn, very high level respected coach, will be in the Hall of Fame, I'm sure, one day.
Yeah,
I think just being around those guys, there's other Division One guys there. Came Broom went to Cincinnati, just picking their minds and like it's a whole nother level. Like they prepare me for college and like not even just like how you play, but how you think about the game. There's more to the game than just playing. You got to think, and you also got to be a leader too. So like in talking to those guys, just like talking about leadership and how to motivate your teammates and deal with them, and then being like a coach on the floor. Like if they don't know what to do, getting them in their places and stuff. And that's something I didn't necessarily have coming out of high school because I didn't play at that high of a level. So you didn't have to do as much when you got there the first couple months. It was like, oh, this is so different. But they really helped me get through that and prepared me for college as well.
that's great. So going from high school to college, you obviously are at the University of Millersville right now. Have your first game tonight. What would you say went into your decision to go to Millersville?
So it was getting to like the end of my prep year, and I had gotten an offer from another Division II school in the same league, the PSAC Gannon, and then Millersville offered me after that, and then Southern New Hampshire. I was in talks with Southern New Hampshire as well. I went on the visit to Gannon. I didn't really like the campus, or like the team. The coach was all right, and then right after that, I think maybe 2 weeks later. I got the offer from Millersville, and I came down here. The assistant coach took me on a tour of the campus. I like that it was a little bit bigger of a campus for Division II schools. I didn't want a small campus, see the same people every day. And then I went and talked to the head coach, Coach Thistle, and what I liked about him, shocked me about other guys. Like he kept it real from the beginning. He didn't promise anybody anything. He didn't say that you're gonna do this, this, and this. It was like he told you straight up, and he's like a go get it and earn it type guy. And I like that about him that the other coaches didn't say. So I think after I went on that visit, the next day I called and told him that I was committed. So
Yeah. So going into this season, what are your expectations?
So our expectations, this team was very good last year. We're a younger team this year. There's a lot of freshmen. So I think the expectations are just as a group of like freshmen and older guys like coming together. And right now we're still trying to learn our identity. So it's early on in the season. There's a lot of teams doing that, but we are an unproven team. A lot of people count us out because we had a lot of seniors graduating. So I think expectations for a season for us this year. Obviously, try to have a good year, find our identity as a team, and just prove out to the people that doubted us because a couple people left that we're still here and we're still Millersville basketball.
Yeah. How would you say your overall preparation has guided you through your basketball career?
So my mom always says, if you're nervous before something like a basketball game, it's because you don't think you're prepared enough. And fortunately with that, just talking to her and then the coaches and stuff, I feel like there's always places you can work on, but going into games, I don't get as nervous because I know like when my time comes, I'll be prepared and I'm gonna go out there and give it the best I got, play hard and all that. So I think being prepared is a big part in that. And if you're not, then I feel like if you're not prepared, you're gonna know because you're gonna be nervous when you go out on the court. So I have no reason to be nervous because my teammates and my coaches make sure I'm prepared.
Yeah, for sure. Who so far has been your toughest opponent throughout your basketball journey?
So I think probably when I was at Spire, we played Yipsy Prep, which is a Monty-based team.
Yeah.
Our guard, what's his name? Dylan Mitchell. I think he plays for Clemson right now. I mean, that was a long night, man. Five star, very skilled guy. He's making contested shots. Coach said trying to try to limit him. But with those types of guys, there's only so much you can do, and even if you do a lot, they're gonna make shots. So I think that's probably by far the toughest matchup I've ever had to face.
Going to your teammates, who would you personally say has been your teammate that has complimented your game the most?
Let me think. I think actually my roommate Jordan. He's like wing/big. I think we just feed up each other about as like energy wise and defense and just playing hard because that's what our coach likes. He said you get minutes from like defense and playing hard. So I think as far as that, just like talking on the court, and we bring that same mentality of we're gonna go out there and try to outwork everyone, do everything we can to get the team to win. I think that's the reason that he complements my game well, and we feed off each other. So.
Okay. And then second to last question here. What advice would you give to the stereotypical small guard?
You know, people are always gonna overlook you just based off your height, but that's not. You know, you can. There's so many people that told me you're not gonna play college basketball because you're too small, and you can't listen to those people because if you listen to those people, you're letting them win. You just gotta keep your head down to work, and like when your moments come, you gotta show that you're just as good as the other player they're looking at the same position who might be higher than you. You gotta go out there. You gotta have like a dog, and you gotta go out there and like show these people that you're better than them. It's like a mentality of I don't care what you say, and I'm gonna show you that I can do this and I can do it better than them. So,
yeah. And then final question: where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
You know, I'm gonna take this basketball thing as far as I can go with it. Where that will lead me in 5 years, I don't know. Hopefully, whether that be like on the court, I also do like cameraman stuff. So maybe like working with professional teams, NBA teams. So I think anywhere around like basketball in 5 years, hopefully I am. But whether that be as a player or as working for an organization, I don't know. But all I know is I'm a keep playing till the wheels fall off. And when that time comes where maybe I'm not having fun with it anymore, then I'll know that it's over. But I'm gonna keep going until that time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for doing this interview. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to see what you do overall in your basketball career, and then obviously Millersville this upcoming season. I'm excited to see where you guys go. I appreciate it, Joseph, and thank you for the opportunity to interview.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, man.
Of course. Have a good one.
You too.